What if the meals that help control blood sugar best were not boring, bland, or expensive at all? What if your breakfast could steady your energy for hours, and your dinner could feel like something from a beautiful restaurant while still being kind to your glucose levels? For many older adults, diabetes creates a quiet fear around food. Every meal starts to feel like a risk. Eat the wrong thing in the morning, and the whole day can feel off. Eat too many refined carbs at night, and your body pays for it with fatigue, cravings, and unstable numbers. According to research supported by the National Institutes of Health, meal quality has a major effect on insulin sensitivity, glucose control, and long-term diabetic health. That means what you eat at breakfast and dinner is not just about taste. It is about protecting your energy, your nerves, your heart, and your future. In today's video, we are sharing 5 blood sugar-friendly breakfasts that help older adults feel full, steady, and energized, plus 5 luxurious budget-friendly meals that feel comforting and elegant without sending blood sugar on a roller coaster. Stay with me, because some of these meals may completely change the way you think about diabetic eating after 60. And before we begin, comment below with the meal you would try first, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more healing, practical health wisdom. Breakfast number 1. Mediterranean Power Scramble. The Mediterranean Power Scramble is the kind of breakfast that helps an older adult feel steady, nourished, and ready for the day instead of hungry again an hour later. At its heart are eggs, one of the most dependable protein sources for blood sugar stability. But what makes this meal truly special is the way the ingredients work together. Spinach brings magnesium and folate. Tomatoes offer antioxidant protection. Feta adds flavor and richness. And olive oil helps slow digestion so glucose enters the bloodstream more gently. For seniors living with diabetes, breakfast is not just the first meal. It often determines how the body will respond for the next several hours. A sugary breakfast may lead to a morning spike and an afternoon crash. This scramble creates the opposite effect. It supports steady energy, better fullness, and a calmer start to the day. The warmth of the eggs, the softness of wilted spinach, and the bright taste of tomato make it feel comforting rather than clinical. A helpful way to prepare it is to sauté spinach and tomatoes lightly in olive oil, then fold them into softly cooked eggs and finish with a sprinkle of feta. The mistake many people make is pairing it with white toast, sweet juice, or sugary coffee drinks. Kept simple, this breakfast becomes a delicious way to protect blood sugar and begin the day with strength and clarity. Breakfast number 2. Cauliflower and Broccoli Breakfast Bowl. The cauliflower and broccoli breakfast bowl is a beautiful example of how a diabetic-friendly breakfast can still feel hearty and deeply satisfying. Instead of relying on toast, cereal, or hash browns, this meal builds its foundation from 2 vegetables known for their fiber, gentle carbohydrate load, and powerful protective plant compounds. For seniors trying to reduce morning glucose spikes, this simple change can make a meaningful difference. Cauliflower offers comfort and versatility, while broccoli adds texture, fiber, and antioxidant support. When topped with poached or soft-boiled eggs, the meal becomes rich in protein, helping the body stay fuller longer and reducing the urge to snack on sugary foods later in the morning. This kind of breakfast also supports a slower, steadier digestion pattern, which many older adults need as metabolism changes with age. A warm bowl like this can be seasoned with black pepper, garlic, herbs, and a little Parmesan for a savory flavor that feels nourishing and complete. Some people may hesitate because vegetables at breakfast sound unusual, but once they try it, they often realize how much better they feel compared with a carb-heavy morning meal. The caution is not to drown it in processed sauces. With simple preparation, this breakfast bowl becomes a powerful morning ritual for steadier blood sugar, lasting energy, and a more balanced day. Breakfast number 3. Zucchini and turkey sausage hash. Zucchini and turkey sausage hash is a breakfast that feels both comforting and practical, especially for older adults who need sustained energy without a heavy glucose burden. The zucchini keeps the dish light and hydrating, while turkey sausage provides satisfying protein with less heaviness than traditional pork sausage. Add bell peppers for color and extra nutrients, and the result is a warm skillet breakfast that feels homemade, flavorful, and surprisingly supportive for blood sugar control. One reason this breakfast works so well is that it combines protein, fiber, and healthy fats in a way that slows digestion naturally. It can help seniors avoid the sharp rise and fall in energy that often follows a breakfast based on toast, pastries, or sweet cereals. For those who feel weak by late morning or crave snacks too soon, this kind of meal can bring a much steadier rhythm to the day. A lovely finishing touch is a few slices of avocado on top, adding creaminess and heart-healthy fat that makes the meal even more satisfying. The common mistake is using overly processed sausage with excess sodium, sugar, or preservatives. Choosing a cleaner turkey sausage and cooking the vegetables until just tender creates a breakfast that feels both indulgent and smart. For seniors with diabetes, this dish offers warmth, balance, and a sense of real nourishment from the very first bite. Breakfast number 4. Tomato and Spinach Chia Pudding. Tomato and spinach chia pudding is a surprising breakfast, and that is exactly what makes it so memorable. Many people think chia pudding must be sweet, but for older adults with diabetes, a savory version can be a smarter and more balancing choice. By combining chia seeds with Greek yogurt, tomato, and spinach, this meal creates a soft, creamy texture while delivering protein, fiber, and nutrients that help slow glucose absorption. Chia seeds are especially valuable because they absorb liquid and form a gentle gel, which helps digestion move more slowly and steadily. That means blood sugar has a better chance of staying calm after breakfast instead of climbing too quickly. Greek yogurt adds protein and beneficial probiotics, while spinach and tomato contribute antioxidants and minerals that support circulation, energy, and inflammatory balance. For seniors who often feel bloated, tired, or unsatisfied after breakfast, this meal can feel surprisingly restorative. A good way to prepare it is to blend the tomato and spinach smoothly into the yogurt, stir in chia seeds, and let it rest until thickened. The biggest mistake is adding sweeteners or flavored yogurts that bring hidden sugar into the meal. Kept savory and simple, this pudding becomes a modern, nourishing breakfast that supports blood sugar while offering something different from the usual eggs or oatmeal. Breakfast number 5. Cabbage and egg wraps. Cabbage and egg wraps are a beautiful example of how simple ingredients can create a breakfast that feels satisfying, practical, and kind to blood sugar. Instead of using tortillas or bread, tinder, cabbage leaves become the wrap, creating a lighter meal with fewer refined carbohydrates. For older adults with diabetes, that one change can reduce the glucose load of breakfast while still delivering texture and fullness. Inside, scrambled eggs provide reliable protein that helps control hunger and support steady energy. A little cheese can add richness, while avocado brings healthy fat that slows digestion and makes the meal even more satisfying. Cabbage itself offers fiber and protective compounds that support metabolism and digestive health. Together, these ingredients create a breakfast that feels complete without being heavy. For seniors, this meal can be especially helpful because it is easy to portion, easy to chew when prepared well, and simple to adapt. The cabbage leaves can be softened slightly with steam or warm water, then filled and folded gently. The main caution is not to overload the filling with processed meats or sugary sauces. At its best, this breakfast feels fresh, warm, and strengthening. It shows that even a modest morning meal can support blood sugar control while still feeling comforting and deeply nourishing. Luxury dish number 6. Roasted red cabbage steaks with garlic butter. Roasted red cabbage steaks with garlic butter may sound like a dish from an upscale restaurant, but it is actually one of the smartest and most affordable comfort meals for older adults with diabetes. Red cabbage is naturally rich in fiber and deeply colored antioxidants that help protect the body from the silent damage high blood sugar can cause over time. For seniors concerned about circulation, inflammation, and heart health, this simple vegetable can offer far more support than it first appears. When roasted in thick slices, red cabbage transforms beautifully. The edges become slightly crisp, the center turns tender, and its natural sweetness grows richer and more delicate. A light drizzle of garlic butter gives the dish warmth and depth, making it feel indulgent without relying on bread, pasta, or sugary sauces. This is the kind of meal that feels elegant on the plate while still being gentle on blood sugar. To make it, slice the cabbage into thick rounds, brush with olive oil, season lightly, and roast until softened and caramelized. Finish with a small spoonful of melted garlic butter and, if desired, a touch of feta for extra flavor. The main mistake is using too much butter or pairing it with refined side dishes that take away. Its benefit: prepared with balance. This dish becomes a beautiful reminder that healthy food can still feel rich, satisfying, and worthy of a special evening at home. Luxury dish number 7. Stuffed Zucchini Boats with Spinach and Ricotta. Stuffed zucchini boats with spinach and ricotta bring together softness, creaminess, and comfort in a way that feels luxurious without being heavy. For older adults with diabetes, this dish offers a beautiful alternative to starchy casseroles or pasta-based dinners that can leave blood sugar unstable and energy drained. Zucchini creates a tender, low-carb base, while ricotta and spinach turn the filling into something rich, savory, and deeply satisfying. This meal works so well because it combines ingredients that support the body gently. Zucchini is light and easy to digest. Spinach offers magnesium and antioxidant support, and ricotta brings protein and fat that help slow digestion and keep a meal feeling satisfying longer. For seniors who often feel uncomfortable after heavy dinners, this dish can feel like relief without sacrificing flavor. To prepare it, have the zucchini and scoop out the center to create small boats. Sauté spinach with garlic, then mix it with ricotta and a little Parmesan before spooning it into the zucchini halves. Bake until tender and lightly golden on top. The main mistake is adding too many breadcrumbs or sugary Jared sauces that raise the carbohydrate load unnecessarily. Kept simple, this dish feels elegant, creamy, and comforting. It proves that a diabetic-friendly dinner can still feel warm, indulgent, and worthy of serving to guests. Luxury dish number 8. Cauliflower Crust Pizza with Tomato and Mozzarella. Cauliflower Crust Pizza with tomato and mozzarella gives older adults with diabetes a chance to enjoy one of the world's most comforting foods in a smarter and more balanced way. Traditional pizza can send blood sugar soaring because of its refined flour crust, but cauliflower offers a gentler alternative that still brings that familiar feeling of warmth, satisfaction, and joy to the table. What makes this dish feel luxurious is the experience as much as the flavor. The golden crust, the melted mozzarella, the sweetness of roasted tomato, and the aroma of basil create a meal that feels special from the very first bite. For seniors who may feel limited by diabetic eating, this kind of recipe can restore a sense of enjoyment and freedom. It reminds them that eating for health does not mean giving up everything they love. To make it, steam and finely process the cauliflower, then squeeze out the excess moisture before mixing it with egg and a little cheese to form the crust. Bake until firm and golden, then top with tomato, mozzarella, and herbs before returning it to the oven. The main caution is not to overload it with processed meats or sugary sauces. When prepared with care, this pizza becomes a beautiful balance of comfort and control, allowing seniors to enjoy a favorite classic while treating their blood sugar with more kindness. Luxury dish number 9. Broccoli and cheese soufflé. Broccoli and cheese soufflé sounds like something served in a charming cafe or an elegant weekend brunch, yet it can be made right at home with simple ingredients and a diabetic-friendly approach. For older adults, this dish offers a rare balance of comfort and nourishment. Broccoli brings fiber and protective plant compounds, while eggs and cheese provide protein and richness that helps slow digestion and support steadier blood sugar after the meal. What makes a soufflé feel so special is its texture. It rises light and airy, almost delicate, yet every bite feels warm and satisfying. For seniors who are tired of the same repetitive diabetic meals, this dish can bring back a sense of joy at the table. And that matters. Healthy eating is much easier to maintain when the food still feels beautiful, comforting, and worth looking forward to. To prepare it well, the broccoli should be steamed until just tender, chopped finely, and folded into a mixture of egg yolks, milk, and cheese, while whipped egg whites create the lift. The caution is not to overload it with too much flour or serve it alongside sugary side dishes. When kept simple, broccoli and cheese soufflé becomes more than a recipe. It becomes proof that even with diabetes, a meal can still feel soft, elegant, and quietly celebratory. Luxury dish number 10. Spinach and Chicken Stuffed Peppers. Spinach and chicken stuffed peppers are colorful, hearty, and wonderfully balanced for older adults who want a meal that feels complete without feeling too heavy. Bell peppers create the perfect edible bowl, naturally sweet and vibrant, while the filling of chicken, spinach, and feta brings together protein, minerals, and rich Mediterranean flavor. For seniors with diabetes, This kind of combination is especially useful because it supports fullness, muscle maintenance, and steadier blood. Sugar all in one dish. Spinach contributes magnesium and folate, nutrients closely tied to energy, nerve health, and metabolic support. Chicken offers satisfying lean protein, which helps reduce hunger later on and may lessen the temptation to reach for sugary snacks. Meanwhile, the roasted pepper softens in the oven and brings a gentle sweetness that makes the whole meal feel comforting and enjoyable. The preparation is simple but elegant. The pepper halves are filled with the savory mixture, then baked until tender and fragrant. A small crumble of feta on top gives a final touch of creaminess and depth. The main warning is to avoid packaged fillings or bottled sauces loaded with sodium and hidden sugars. Made fresh, this dish feels like something you would order at a lovely restaurant, yet it works beautifully in a blood sugar-conscious lifestyle. It is warm, colorful, and deeply satisfying. Today, we explored 5 nourishing breakfasts and 5 luxurious budget-friendly meals for diabetics. We began with Mediterranean power scramble, cauliflower and broccoli breakfast bowl, zucchini and turkey sausage hash, tomato and spinach chia pudding, and cabbage and egg wraps. Then we moved into roasted red cabbage steaks with garlic butter, stuffed zucchini boats with spinach and ricotta, cauliflower crust pizza with tomato and mozzarella, broccoli and cheese soufflé, and spinach and chicken stuffed peppers. The deeper message is simple. Eating well with diabetes does not have to feel restrictive, bland, or expensive. With the right ingredients, your meals can be comforting, satisfying, elegant, and deeply supportive to your body at the same time. Breakfast can become a tool for steady energy. Dinner can become a source of comfort without turning into a burden on your blood sugar. You do not need a perfect menu to make meaningful progress. You only need a few meals that work with your body instead of against it. So tell me in the comments, which breakfast or luxury dish would you try first? If this video inspired you, please like, share, subscribe, and pass it along to someone who needs simple, practical support on their health journey. And if you are ready to care for your body more wisely after 60, let your next meal be the beginning.